I thought that the way you handled the rape allegation.
Oh, that one.
Last year was such a master class. What was that moment like?
A lot of people even came for that. They're like, hey, he's so arrogant. You will fund it. No, you cannot please.
You can't please people.
What? I think why I wasn't rattled at all, because I can't sit here and be like, oh, I handled it like a pro. The luck I had is that it was from a troll account. Because one look at the account and I could tell that it was a troll account. Do you understand? So I was just like, I'm not even taking this nonsense seriously, because I've learned to ignore all those things. So, but to see blogs feast on it, I was so disappointed. Yeah. I was so, like, can't you tell that this is a freaking burner account and this person used an image from the internet? Like, are you freaking kidding me? So I hated the fact that I had to go to those lengths to prove that it was a lie. And that's like one of the ills of social media now. And then people just jumped on it. Like I said, there are people just eagerly waiting for their moment to strike. And I was like, really? Okay, because rape is such a huge allegation, so is murder and whatever other thing. Other things I would ignore, because I learned from the past that when you respond, you give fire to it. Yeah. So I just went about it the legal way. Right. And it was one of those moments where I had to consult with very good friends. I could have gone online to be like, what do I do? How do I prove myself? Where do I go from here? Nah, I'm too grown to do that. So I still did the what do I do? Where do I go from here? But with my trusted circle. Yes. People that trusted me, or people that I trust. People that trust me, actually, not trusted. People that know me, female and male. And they gave me their own take. They gave me their own advice. And my spirit connected with whatever advice that, whoever gave. And I've called her name in this interview. She was one of the first to tell me how to go about it. I talked to my lawyer. And we did everything. Like, my lawyer would give me what to say, and then she would be like, okay. So first of all, she didn't even tell me like, I cannot, she didn't even say something like, I will vouch for you. But after going through it, she was like, this is obviously a fake account. So, but what would have happened if it was a real human being that had an encounter with maybe someone, like one of these leeches that had come into my life, I had found attractive and had done something with, and she had come out to say this. Yeah. What would I have done? Yeah. Would I have been so unrattled? Would I have handled it with so much grace? What would I have done? So it's just, I think that was also God just showing me that you need to be careful who you're associating with, because this one was just an internet robot. Imagine if it was a real human being.
Imagine, yes.
What would I have done?
Yes.
We tried to find the person. The person closed the account and ran away. The minute I filed the police report, and they received it and they started the investigation, because the person was using a VPN. At least they were smart enough to use a VPN. Yeah. So to find the person was a task, and all of that. So it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It was crazy. I'm just, like I said, I'll end it with, grateful. I'm just grateful that it came in the way it did come. And they made it easy for me to prove my innocence.
How do you cope with the persistent rumors about your sexuality? How do you handle that one?
I get it, because if you want to sleep with me, it's okay to ponder, would he like me? Is he into me? And we live in a country where rejection is not really taught. People are not really taught how to handle rejection. So when they see you as someone they can't get, they will look for a reason to validate why you don't want them. For me, it's ridiculous, because how do you concern yourself with who one person or the next person is sleeping with? It's just projection. For me, it all goes back to projection. It's still projection, because you would only see in others what you have in you. Without any trigger. I was close to my dad as a young person, but as a teenager, when I done the Chris, I used to hide from him. But at that time, we just started getting close as adults. Right. Again, like, we started to talk as friends this time around. My father was such a wise man. My father would walk into a room and light up the room. He was that kind of guy. Right. His friends loved him. His wife adored him. His children, were in awe of him. Like, my father was a complete role model. Right. So I went from being sort of like, from dodging my father to wanting to absorb so much knowledge from him. So it was at that point that he died, when he just started to talk to me as a guy man, like, oh no, this is how you do this, or this is how you do this. No. Okay, why don't you do it from this angle? So, the man was too wise. And I wish he was still alive till now. There's so much I wouldn't have had to go through, but it's okay. It's just fine-tuning me more.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was hard for me, but it was easier to chest it in the house, because when trauma happens, it's when you experience the effect on other people that it magnifies the feeling. So being with my siblings, with my mom and everyone, it would have hit me harder. So when it hit me in the house, it was just the initial pain of, I've lost my dad. Someone that was becoming my bestie.
Friend.
Yes. I couldn't see anything that was reminding me of this situation. But guess what? When I won, and my sisters came on stage, and they were wearing black, it hit me again. So that night when I was alone in my suite, hotel room suite, I cried uncontrollably again. I just kept crying and crying, because it was like this was the proudest moment of my life, and the man that was my role model was not alive to physically witness it.
Thank you for joining our YouTube channel. I hope you loved that video and you connected with it. Don't forget, please subscribe, please like, please share with your friends and family. Please comment. We love to see your comments, and to see the full versions, join our community right now, all past episodes on watch.withchude.com. Let's be human together.